Hi, everyone. Welcome to Everyday Real English from Real Life Podcast.
Welcome to Real English Podcast. I'm Brendy.
I'm Annie. Please like, subscribe, and share the Real English Podcast with your friends.
Okay, so today we're tackling something lots of learners find tricky. We're doing a deep dive into two, tiny little verbs, say and tell.
Yeah, they look similar, don't they? And they both kind of mean to speak or communicate.
Exactly, and that's where the confusion starts. People often just, use them interchangeably.
But they have different grammar rules, quite different actually, and mixing them up is a really common error. It can make your English sound a bit off.
Right. So our mission today is pretty straightforward. We want to find that key difference, the simple rule, so you can stop mixing up say and tell for good.
Let's get right into it then. The main difference, the sort of core idea, it's all about focus.
Focus, okay.
Yeah. With say, the focus is usually on the words themselves, what was actually expressed. It's about reporting speech or quoting.
Okay, essay is about the what? What about tell?
Well, tell shifts the focus. It focuses on the person receiving the words or the information. It really means giving information or instructions to a person.
Okay. The recipient, the listener.
Precisely. And that focus on the listener is key because it leads us to the most important grammar rule here.
Which is?
Tell absolutely must have an object right after it. That object is the listener.
So you have to tell someone, like tell me, tell you, tell him, tell the teacher, tell Sarah.
Exactly. You can't just tell. You have to tell someone. For example, Zoe told me you were at home. See? Me is the object, the listener.
Got it. So if I took me out, Zoe told you were at home. That sounds wrong.
Completely wrong. It doesn't work. Now, compare that with say. Say usually doesn't have that person, that object, right after it.
Because the focus is just on the words.
Right. Like, Zoe said you were at home. We don't necessarily know who she said it to in that sentence, and it's okay. The sentence is fine without it.
Okay. This next bit is crucial. This is where I think a lot of mistakes happen. Let's zoom in on the big don'ts.
Good idea. The number one mistake. Trying to put the listener right after say. You absolutely cannot say something like, he said me.
No. That just sounds, incorrect in English.
Totally incorrect. And the flip side is also true. You can't use tell without putting that person right after it. You don't say, he told the film was good.
He's the listener.
Yeah.
Who did he tell?
Exactly. You have to say, he told me that the film was good, or he told us, or whoever.
But hang on, what if I do want to mention who heard it when I'm using say? Is there a way?
Yes. There is a way. If you really need to include the listener with say, you have to use the little word to.
Okay, so not he said me hello, which is wrong.
Right. You'd say he said hello to me. You need that to.
But you probably just use tell more often in that case, right? Like, he told me.
Usually, yeah. Using said to me is possible, but it's often a bit more formal or less direct than just using tell. If the person is important to the message, tell is generally smoother.
Okay, makes sense. So let's just quickly recap the basic patterns, the formulas to keep in mind.
Sure. For say, the pattern is basically say plus something. The something is the words or the information.
Like, she said goodbye, or he said it was raining.
Perfect. And for tell, the pattern is tell plus someone plus something. You need the person, then the information.
So, she told us the news, or he told me his name.
Exactly. That structure is pretty reliable. Tell someone something.
Now, what about those fixed phrases? Sometimes only one verb works, right?
Yes, absolutely. English has lots of these fixed expressions, and you just kind of have to learn them.
Okay, give us some examples with say.
Well, you say hello, you say goodbye, you say sorry, you say yes or no. These are usually short, single expressions.
Right, quick things. And for tell.
Tell often goes with longer things, like information or stories. So you tell the truth, tell a lie, tell a story, tell a secret, tell a joke.
I see a pattern. It's like telling involves more content.
Sort of, yeah. Or delivering something specific, like you tell the time. You're giving specific information to someone, or you tell the difference between two things.
Got it. And you mentioned instructions earlier.
Yes. Tell is the verb we use for instructions or orders. The structure is usually tell plus someone plus to plus infinitive verb.
Okay, like the teacher told them to open their books.
Exactly. Or my mom told me to clean my room. That command uses tell.
Right. Let's quickly practice correcting that common mistake we talked about. What if someone says, he said me he was hungry? How do we fix that?
Okay. He said me he was hungry. The problem is said me. You can't put me right after said.
So if we want to keep the listener, me, What do we do?
Then you have to switch to tell. And remember, the past tense of tell is told. So he told me he was hungry.
Okay, told me. Got it. And what if we just want to report what he said without focusing on me being the listener?
Then you use say, and you just drop the listener. The past of say is said. So he said he was hungry.
Perfect. Told me or just said? And yeah, good reminder about the past tenses. Say becomes said, tell becomes told. They're irregular.
Worth remembering those.
Definitely. Okay, let's make this even clearer with a quick sort of real-life example conversation. Imagine maybe two friends talking about homework.
Okay, sounds good. Listen carefully, everyone, to how say and tell are used.
So friend A asks, what did the teacher say?
And friend B replies, she said the homework is due tomorrow.
Then friend A goes, oh no, she didn't tell me.
And friend B might say, well, she told the whole class, maybe you weren't listening.
See how that works? The first say is asking about the information, the words. What did she say?
Right. And the reply uses said to report those words. She said the homework is due tomorrow.
But then friend A gets personal. She didn't tell me. Now the focus is on me, the person who didn't receive the information.
Exactly. And the last line uses told again because it mentions the recipient. She told the whole class. Focus on the listener.
That really shows the difference in action.
Okay, now it's your turn to practice a little. We've got a quick quiz for you. Just 4 sentences. We'll leave a little pause for you to think. Fill in the blank with the correct form of say or tell. You might need the past tense, said or told. Ready.
All right, question 1. She was late. Pause. Question 2. Can I get that again, please? Question 3. My parents always me to be careful. Yeah. Pause. And number 4. He loved pizza. Pause.
Okay, got your answers. Let's go through them.
Number 1. She was late.
That should be told. She told me she was late. Why? Because you have the object me right after the verb. You need tell when there's a listener object.
Makes sense. Number 2. Can you say again, please?
This one is say. Can you say that again, please? Here, the focus is just on repeating the words. There's no listener object right after the verb.
Okay. Number 3. My parents always love it. Be careful.
Again, it's told. My parents always told me to be careful. 2 reasons here. You've got the object me, and it's an instruction using to be careful. Instructions usually use tell.
Right, the instruction pattern. And the last one, number 4. I love pizza.
This is said. He said, I love pizza. This is direct speech, a quote. We usually introduce quotes with essay, and there's no listener object right after the verb here.
How did you do? Hopefully those made sense. If you got them right, brilliant. If not, just go back to that core rule. Tell needs a listener object, say usually doesn't.
Exactly. Practice makes perfect.
Now, we've covered the grammar rules, which are super important, but there's like another layer to this, isn't there? A sort of cultural or tonal difference?
Yes, that's a really good point. It's more subtle, but native speakers often use this distinction without even thinking about it. The choice between say and tell can change the feeling, the tone.
How so?
Well, tell often feels a bit stronger, maybe more direct. It can sound more like giving instructions, important information, or even advice. It carries a bit more sort of weight.
Okay, so if my boss says, my boss told me to finish the report, that sounds like a clear instruction, maybe even an order.
Exactly. It feels quite direct and serious. But compare that to, say, she said it's a nice day today.
Yeah, that sounds much lighter. Just a casual comment, neutral.
Right. So say often feels more neutral or just like reporting something someone mentioned. Tell can imply more importance or directness because you're specifically directing information at someone.
So choosing the verb can subtly change how serious or how direct the message feels. That's really useful to know for sounding more natural.
It definitely adds a layer of nuance.
Okay, brilliant. Let's try and wrap this up then. We've done a pretty deep dive into say and tell.
We have. So the main things to take away. First, remember the focus.
Right. Say focuses on the words, the what.
And tell focuses on the listener, the who, the person receiving the information.
And the key grammar patterns to practice. Say something.
And tell someone something. If you can remember those 2 basic structures, you'll avoid most of the common mistakes.
Definitely. So our challenge for you today. Try making maybe 3 sentences of your own using say correctly and 3 using tell correctly. Practice that core difference.
Yeah, give it a go. The more you practice, the more natural it will feel.
We really hope this has helped clear up the confusion between these two very common verbs.
We do. Remember, practice is key.
See you next time on the Real English Podcast.
Want to practice these phrases? Download your free PDF guide to review vocabulary, role plays, and quizzes. Find the link in the description and pinned comment, and feel free to share it with friends.
Like and subscribe for more English tips.